Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Gold and jewellery are integral parts of Indian society. They hold utmost significance, not only as fashion embellishments, but also considered auspicious and a tool of investment. Gems and jewellery sector is one of the fastest growing sectors and plays a significant role in Indian economy. Making this possible is Gem and Jewellery Export Promotion Council, GJEPC, a premier organization which is playing a pivotal role in catalyzing sectoral development by paving the way for several initiatives to foster growth. The council recently organized the Gold and Jewellery Summit in the national capital. The summit was inaugurated by the Minister of Industry and Commerce, Suresh Prabhu, who spoke on the importance of strengthening India's exports market.
One sector which can grow exponentially over a period of time. Right from village to national level, we have a supply chain and integrated artisans to market related issues being tied up. So it's a time that we can think about not only how do you import gold and make it processed in India, how do you also use this opportunity of having such a huge manpower and ecosystem available in the country to cater to the global market. And therefore, we can really look forward to more and more countries joining hands so that India can become your trusted, reliable and mutually beneficial partner so that we can make progress together to develop this industry, create employment opportunities, create economic possibilities. And therefore, we really look forward to that happening, that our department or ministry has already decided to set up a Gold Council, which will facilitate all issues related to this will be handled together.
GJEPC has been working actively for development of all verticals like diamonds, color gemstones, gold, silver, imitation, and sales to foreign tourists. We are here to discuss and understand how to take the gold jewelry sector to a much greater height. Indian gems and jewelry account of 41 billion annually and more than 5 million people directly employed in the sector. I wish all the members from the trade to give their valuable inputs in the summit, which will further the growth of our business. I wish all a meaningful India Gold and Jewelry Summit 2018. Thank you very much.
The convention also witnessed a congregation of eminent people from across the globe who shared their standpoints on various issues pertaining to the sector.
I think the leadership that has been demonstrated by the trade bodies, by government, by the banks, has been extraordinary. The Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Commerce, NITI Aayog, reporting directly to the Prime Minister's office, taking the leadership in developing and writing the proposed policies around the future of the gold industry. The 6 major trade bodies and all the banking collaboration. I would have not believed it this time last year. Looking ahead, I would ask you to continue that leadership because it's going to be, if you think this is the end, it is not, it's the end of the beginning. The hard work begins now. Do not compromise on fundamentals. Keep your eye on the long-term prosperity and success of the nation, of your businesses, and of protecting consumers, and not the narrow short-term benefits that can be had. Gold today plays a vital role in the life of the country, and it is part of the lifeblood of the country. But it is not moving fast enough relative to the formal, regulated, new India that is emerging very, very rapidly. And if gold is going to be part of that lifeblood, it has to come out of the shadows and be part of the mainstream of the financial world and of commerce. It cannot be a parallel economy anymore. I have a great deal of hope, and I hope that message that I feel is the same as yours, that the hope of and the promise of what the reform of the industry will do for the country and for the industry will be profound. And on that note, thank you.
Now, I think needless to say, the gold and gems and jewelry sector is synonymous with the image that India and its people evoke across the world. It is a sector which is as traditional as one can get in India. It contributes and is part of every aspect of our lives, a part of our journey from the very inception of life through all key milestones, whether it is birth or marriage or any other celebration, and to the very end of our journey. I think we've made a lot of progress in the recent years, collaboratively with all stakeholders, including GJEPC and its members. And on behalf of Department of Commerce, let me assure you that we will continue this effort, and I encourage, a vibrant dialogue amongst all stakeholders. Our doors are always open for ideas, suggestions, requests, and I, for one, will try my best to ensure all possible support by the government.
On the first day of the event, renowned experts and government officials shared their insights and participated in the lively discussions on transforming India's gold industry.
Is there really a timeline that the ministry is working with? What kind of feedback do you have from the eminent panel, from the associations, etc.? And what really is being included in your policies when you go ahead with that?
This year, by end of the financial year, we hope that our overall exports will touch record levels. So we are taking there's a regular monitoring of the export situation, interaction with the exporters, trying to see how we can promote and increase exports as far as possible.
So let me go back to the industry participants now, and I'll start with the extreme. Yeah, we have a policy. Finance Ministry says they're working on a part, Commerce Ministry is working on a part, but actually who owns it?
We have in this audience a variety of associations, both representing the jewelry sector, as well as the banking sector, as well as the refining sector. I think we need to stop looking to government. I think we need to take actions that are actionable within the current framework. And then you can go to government and say, see, within these limitations, this is what I've been able to do. Now, please, can you help me in the following? And I'll give you a classic example of something that you saw 2 days ago, when between World Gold Council and ourselves, we created and set up the Precious Metals Assay Training Institute. Both of us did not go to government and said, give me a subsidy. Both of us didn't go to skill development and say, please help me out. We said we are going to do it. We spent the money. We did it. We got full support of industry. Extremely grateful for that. And now it is for industry to take it further.
The next session witnessed industry experts debating and discussing how technology and innovation can help jewelry manufacturing.
We are talking, it's giving in terms of revenue a largest industry, and almost there are 3 lakh retailers in the country, and at least in plain gold jewelry 10 lakh plus karigars are working. When we opened our karigar center, we in fact taken a view from our karigar, how is that they feel. कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी में हमने जो शुरुआत किया, एक्चुअली हम लोगों ने मेन क्या किया, एक्चुअली वो लोगों को जाके मिलना, कारीगर के साथ जुड़ जाना, हेड कारीगर लोगों की डिफिकल्टी समझ लेना और हमारे वेंडर पार्टनर को भी उनके साथ इन्वॉल्व करना, ये सब शुरू कर दिया. ये बॉल मेकिंग मशीन, अभी इंडस्ट्री के अंदर मिलियंस ऑफ बॉल का यूज होता है, बट आप देखेंगे तो 3-4 लोग मिलके पूरे दिन में 500 बॉल बनाते हैं. तो हम लोगों ने सोचा कि इसके लिए कुछ कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा सा मशीन का हेल्प दे दो ताकि ये लोग उसको अच्छी तरह से और फास्ट कर सकते हैं. सिमिलर वे लाइक दिस फिलिग्री प्रोफाइल, ये सब कुछ देखेंगे तो ना हर एक चीज़ वो हाथ से करते हैं. हमारा पॉइंट यही है, उनके हाथ में इतना स्किल है, उसका स्किल का यूज़ हम अच्छे वैल्यू एडिशन के लिए क्यों नहीं करें, कि छोटा छोटा काम में उनका टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करने का. These are some of the small things what we have done. So this is what I want to express. Thank you.
Everybody
talks about smart. See, government is saying they want to develop smart city. Watches, they are saying smart watches, fridge, whatever white goods, everything related with the technology, everything smart. But out of my 34-year experience, I have not heard smart gold jewelry. People are using artificial intelligence. But in our industry, so far, very few people only used artificial intelligence. It's coming years, actually, no, we are going to use artificial intelligence in our manufacturing too. If you want to capture their business, definitely instead of price war, we should enter into design war, finish war, technical war, something like that we should concentrate. Once we concentrate, I am sure this industry will flourish like any other industry.
So one of our business verticals is jewelry, and what I want to talk about today are two things that we are focusing on very heavily. And how we got about those was by observing the trends many of us have already mentioned. So the two things that we are focusing on, built on a foundation of advanced manufacturing technology married to expert craftsmanship. One is known as the Imaginarium Precious Online Factory. So the Precious Online Factory is a way for you to access a factory from your browser. You create your account and upload your design. It is fully encrypted and safely kept in your catalog. As soon as that design is uploaded, one, you get to visualize it, which is the most important point where you realize that, okay, am I giving the right instructions, the right design for manufacturing? You can select your finish, you can select the quantity, and just like the best practices of e-commerce, you see an instant quotation, instant price. Now that is a huge deal and it took us a long time to crack. The other product or the solution that we're working on is of personalized retail, and I won't spend too much time there. On a foundation of an online factory which powers on-demand manufacturing. So this first online factory solved the problem of being able to manufacture low quantities, as low as a single piece, on demand. If you have the power to do that, then why can't you create retail experiences that are omni-channel, that are shop-in-shop, that are completely mobile-friendly, and allow your customers to start tweaking their design. If your customer becomes a stakeholder in the design, the value that you can extract on the whole grows. And there are lots of studies being done on that. It's almost like I made it, so it's very precious to me. I will sell it myself. I'll become the brand ambassador for this product myself.
The second day of India Gold and Jewellery Summit saw a large number of enthusiastic participants. There were insightful conversations with the stalwarts of the jewellery sector to discuss GST, taxation and enforcement.
This year, our direct tax to GDP ratio is the highest in the last 10 years. And this year also we have received so far more than 6 crore returns, which shows that the compliance level is increasing, that there is still level of non-compliance, which actually affects most of the people who comply. Because if there is a level of non-compliance, then ultimately the taxation burden shifts to the people who comply. And we feel, given our experience, there is a majority people who want to comply. Now the non-compliance may be because of variety of reasons. It may be because of ignorance, which will apply to extremely small scale businessmen or traders, where I think both the government and organizations like you, all of us need to have a capacity building exercise, need to train them, need to educate them about the tax obligations. Many
may not be complying because they don't know. There is a second category, they may be finding it complex to comply, difficult to comply, the cost of compliance may be higher. There, the role of your organizations like this or the conferences like this come into, where the suggestions can be given to the government so that the compliance cost can come down, and also if there are difficulty in compliance or there is a difficulty in the law, there is uncertainty in the law, those can be removed.
Indians have huge appetite for gold and also have a huge stock of gold. I was told we have got more than 10,000 tons of gold stock in country, even much more than that. And we are perhaps the largest net importer of gold. There are other several countries which are importing much more than this, but they are re-exporting also. But India doesn't re-export much as much we import. GJEPC is a very active and responsible export promotion body, and its members are closely associated with domestic production as well as the exporters. I request its members and their associates to help the players in genuine gems and jewelry sector in complying with the government's policy in law and spirit, and cooperate with the government enforcement agencies to realize the huge potential gold offers. There is a huge potential. In fact, we are yet to realize even, I would say, even 20% of potential this sector has got. To conclude, I would say that gold is, all we know that gold is a noble metal. So let us respect its nobility and not debase gold by our unscrupulous acts, and realize its potential as a good, by adding value to this metal.
At this forum, I would like to clarify just 3-4 issues which I believe anybody who is in the trade and industry should be knowing about. What is anti-profiteering? Any economic activity is governed by the motive of profit. Otherwise, it would be a charity. The GST law says that it doesn't define anti-profiteering, but it says that under 2 circumstances, you would be doing profiteering. Now, let's look at what are the 2 circumstances. The 2 situations are, if the government reduces the GST rate, and if there is any benefit of input tax credit, it may be either or both, then all the government expects from you is that you should be passing on that benefit in commensurate way in the form of price reduction to the consumer, to the recipient. If I track the entire value chain, maybe in the entire value chain there are 10 transactions or 5 transactions. If I track all recipients, I'll reach the end of the value chain, that is the B2C, the consumer.
It's going to be difficult to evade taxes, it's going to be difficult to evade customs duty. And the reason why I say is threefold. One, what the government is now doing is that all agencies are mandatorily exchanging information. What it means is that a case booked by DRI also goes to income tax and also goes to enforcement directorate. So unfortunately, if anybody is caught in a duty evasion matter, he doesn't only get hit by the Customs Act, he will be simultaneously hit by the ED and by the income tax. 2, that there is excessive digitization and availability of data. All of you doing bank transactions, you have heard about the Financial Action Task Force, you have heard about the Financial Intelligence Unit. All the data is in automated mode. And third, not only are we cooperating amongst ourselves, we are cooperating with governments of the other countries. We know who our key partners are. We know it's UAE, it's Singapore and Hong Kong. So we are very closely cooperating with them. But as a business, to grow further, you will have to do first an internal reform. When I say you, of course the government will have to create an ecosystem in which a person is not disadvantaged. What I really think in my mind is that there should be a premium on doing clean business. So when a person does a clean business, he should have premium. Like an officer who is honest, he should have a premium. So if we build that culture in India, then I think we can go ahead.
GJEPC's India Gold and Jewellery Summit was a good opportunity for gold jewellery manufacturers, exporters, retailers and banks to meet and interact on a common platform. and it has emerged as one of the most active organizations continuously striving to both expand its reach and increase services to its members.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.